Welcome to the iDefine TV Business Spotlight series, where I, your host, CF Jackson, get to bring to you some of the most inspiring and informative guests. And today's a little different because we have two guests today. We have, first and foremost, we have Nidhi, a counselor, an author, and a mental health coach. She has more than 13 years of experience in this field of psychology, which inspired her to launch her own company, Nidhi Perception, that centers around mental health training and within the academia, but a whole lot more we're going to unfold as we have our conversation with you today. And we also have with us Raghav Patel, who is a licensed professional engineer with over 14 years of experience in the fields of sales, business, marketing, business development, and the likes. And we're going to bring it all together to understand who these two entrepreneurs, passionate individuals are, and how they came together and what they do separately and how they can provide value to the masses. So I want to learn really quickly, because people are saying, how do these two come together? And I want to learn, how did you all meet and how did you all come together to work together in form of what you do, Nidhi, in the Nidhi Perception?
Yes, thank you so much, CF, for giving us this opportunity. First of all, I would say that me and Bhargav, we have been friends since childhood, and we know each other since a very long, long time. So as we were growing, we both have been very passionate about what we have been doing. We still know that our fields are absolutely different, but whatever we were doing, we were just like passionate about it. So like he always used to tell me, like, Bhargav, that you need to do something that you are passionate about and you just go for it, have more focus on it. Why you want to limit yourself just to one thing or just to do the 9 to 5 job? And I was like, okay, let me give a thought. And I think he just told me that, okay, just be confident and try to just give your best and see. And then the whole thought of me, the perception and everything came out. And he just said that, okay, because his skill set is more of sales and marketing. So that was the biggest benefit for me of like how the business can be run. So I started understanding so many things about what marketing is, what sales is, and he started giving me lessons of what sales and marketing is. And slowly, still I'm in the process of learning, I would say, but he just taught me that, okay, go for it. This is how the process goes on. And yes, so we started with that thing. And today it's just like 1 year of Nidhi Perception. And we can see that we are getting beautiful projects in it, and how well and so much of broader community today we have been able to reach.
Nice. Now, I'm going to go ahead and jump to say Patel now. Since I don't get the first part, I think I'm going to say Patel now. Patel, so let me ask you this, because you come across so many business entrepreneurs, nonprofit and for-profit, when it comes to the marketing sales component of it, what elements that you saw that working with Nidhi and Nidhi Perception that you were able to add value to that to help her with her mission and bringing in your expertise to give her a little leg up that most people are missing as startups and small business owners?
First of all, thank you so much, CF, for giving me this opportunity. And based on your questions, it's really love to explore my thoughts towards to the Nidhi and Nidhi Perceptions, what we are doing activities on this communities and the societies. Basically, I am into sales, as you said, and apart from my background. So even I am learning from myself, from the sales and marketing. That's okay. It's like a one kind of projects or service that you are going into. Just keep trying and doing something best for you. And then there is a positive and negative. That's like we can in a psychology effect. That's a placebo and the nocebo, or something like a mindset layers. So the people thinks, okay, frustrated, getting anxiety or depression when they are working too hard and too hard. And the Nidhi, she's very good, very best buddy of mine since long. So she has a great ability to have psychology point of view, and his her phenomena or her thoughts giving the best service to the community, just like a well-being not point of view. It's like a she has a great nature to do something for the society, for the community, and she wants to deliver her services. So I said, why don't we merge on this? Because I have this experience which I'm facing every day, each and every second. because of my field background, because of I'm meeting lots of people, and it's really see the people when they are coming to this space. So I said, Nidhi, why don't we try on this space? You are using your skill set, which is absolutely on right track nowadays, and I'm using my on a back end this kind of skill that I can explain you how you can approach to the people, how you can present to the people, and how we can deliver the service of Nidhi perception, and the people have a smile on their face. They will release or they will relieve from inner side. And once the people will relieve from inner side, then and then your exact glow on your face and on your life. So that's how we must somehow.
Nice. Let me ask you this, Nidhi. So now we're in this place of your profession, your love is the mental health component. And so we live in a space where, of course, we will always have had mental health. And with COVID, I believe a lot more people are probably challenged with mental health. How do you see the challenge with mental health, how people can recognizing that they may internally have some challenge with mental health with their children? How do you recognize that people are maybe stuck in a place of mental health challenges and how you can help them with that?
Yeah. So other day I had a meeting with the mental health committee, and we were talking about how we can, talk about it, because the first barrier that we always see in families or anywhere is just about saying something, and that's the biggest barrier. So if someone is dealing with mental health, even a child, even a parent or adult or a youth, we always say that it's good to talk. It's always good to say whatever you are feeling. You don't have to go for the big words or like no big things needed, that stress or depression things, but it can be just like saying that, oh, today I'm not feeling good about it, or today I just feel low. I think that's the first thing where we need to start thinking about it, and we need to start talk about it, because once the communication starts, there are so many things that can be worked out. And it can be, so I always say that in each family there has to be a time where everyone sits together, where everyone can talk about how their day has been, what your gratitude for, like what you really think that okay did not went well. Or it can be also self-reflective practices, like saying to yourself that okay, this did not go well or this went well, and just trying to focus on that. And if you still feel that yeah, you need a help, I would say that there is no such thing that you can't talk about it. It's better to go and say that okay, I'm just not feeling good and I want to talk. And I think that's the best way to go ahead with it. Yeah.
I agree, because sometimes we don't know how to say no. Even as adults, we constantly go, 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 and don't know how to take time to slow down and breathe and see what is going on with our emotions, to where making sure, why am I feeling a certain kind of way? And if you don't communicate and get it out, how can you really reflect and get help, because you hold it all in, So that's a great idea. Now, let me ask you, Patel, because dealing with digital marketing and sales, how are you able to pivot to display what Nidhi's offering in terms of the Nidhi perception? How are you able to get people to understand this concept, and how can a marketer kind of release this type of concept to where people can gravitate to her services to understand that they need this when it comes to mental health, or just in business itself for an entrepreneur or small business owner?
See, for an example, in the sales and marketing, as you explain about that, when we sit with the team or when we are moving into the market, then we just keep trying for any kind of project or the service or product. So Nidhi Perception, that's the company, they are providing the service. So if I see on my perspective, then it comes into the service or it comes into the product. So I need to promote into the market that how I can get the leads, how I can get the prospects and convert into the invoices point of view. But it's not here like that only for the money or invoice point of view. That's we need to develop the people. And in a sales, we have to develop the people. So when the frustration is going on, that's their time. So one by one, as Nidhi said, you have to sit with them. You have to try to crack their problems, their mindset. That why means just say, just think, just tell. No things that you are having a boss or you are having this kind of any restricted area or the barrier. You are just like a human. I'm just like human. You are also human. So we just talk. It's just like there is no barrier of any kind of positions or authorization. So on that point of view, the people, the person can say something without any barrier, because there is no restriction of that. And that gives the freedom to just spit out on this, like, okay, fine, okay, slowly he will start like this, or she will start like this. And then you can just pushing on a different way, like a motivational way, and just grab it out and take it out everything from inside that what he's going through. And that's way the deliver to the Nidhi perceptions client point of view. And then I am explaining to the Nidhi that these are the targeted audience, because she is a master on that. So I'm just giving you the map, the project map, that how you can approach, and these are the audience, that how you can make it according to that. Because I am here in India, you are practically in Australia, and the offline is going on. So you need to have a proper value propositions point from the audience. Value proposition is the terms of sales or marketing, but not in a psychology. But that's the value proposition. You will have a pain, you will have a gain, and then you will have a solution provider. So these are the three main terminology which also comes into the psychology, or even in our daily life, day-to-day life, that how you can solve the problem. When they solve the problem, if you know the perfect gain, pain of the client, or pain of the patient, or pain of the any of the human livestock, even it's available in also in the animal, because animals sometimes they are also depressed, that how we can cope up with them. So you have to sit with them, you have to cuddle with them, something. So even they will also come into the positive manner. So it's anyone, it's effective for the any kind of livestock, not only for the human. So this is how you can do on this.
Nice. So you really have a job out, because think about it. So Nidhi, what makes Nidhi Perception you different in terms of your counseling? What makes it different than other counseling programs and trainings that make you stand out amongst the other slew of other organizations and groups out there?
Yes, so Nidhi Perception has got a different way of dealing with the clients. That is in terms of we put the client first, and that is what I call like the client-centered approach.
Okay.
So we like in Nidhi Perception, I don't believe that if I give idea to the client, it's not going to work unless they really want to do it.
That's true.
So that is where we crack it. So like we always tell the client that, okay, you are the boss of what you are, right? You are the boss of your life, and you are the boss of what you want your life to be. So when they come out with the problems, and so in our counseling sessions, we always tell them that reflecting on the life situations which went really good for you and how your actions were at that moment of time, and then relating that to the present situation and helping them out with the counseling. I think that has always worked very well in terms of because the person always tries to connect to that situation, because whenever a person is in a trauma, we always see that the isolation and the disconnection with their own self is the first thing that happens. So we always want them to connect themselves first, and then having that trust with the counselor, and with that thing we help them with that approach. So I think that has really gave me so many clients who have been like a family for me now, especially working with so many beautiful children and parents. And now we are going ahead and we are going to work with youth and adults too. So I think that's really satisfying for me as an counselor, because you always see that smile, that satisfaction, and at the end of the day, they always say that, oh, we still remember you. And I think that's what we earn from this.
Awesome. Was there anything, now, what did you do to create that uniqueness? Was something you studied, or you did it a couple of times? What did you do to create that uniqueness in your strategy to counseling? Was it something you saw, or how did you come up with that?
I would say that that was more of my own practice of reflective. Another thing I would say, my passion for reading books. And the third thing I would say, it was more from observing people and trying to understand how emotions can work, and also relating that into the practical life, because like it's so much dynamic. I won't say that the same person can feel the same way. If even if they are happy, I would not say that it's the level is same. It's always different for every individual. Like, so even the sad moments can be very different for everyone. Some might be at the extreme level, some might not feel like that. So I always used to think about it, and then I used to reflect on how the things can be done. I always used to write down my thoughts, and that is what I still do. I always like to put that on paper and then again think, and then I just felt that putting the client first is the best thing you can ever do, rather than saying that do this, do that, or I think that never works.
Yeah. What has to what you do, Patel, in terms of, so you mentioned about having a unique selling proposition, which some of that could be in terms of what her unique selling, in terms of her counseling makes her stand out. How can an entrepreneur, someone who's in business, stand out with the unique selling proposition on social media or in their digital marketing or in their emails? What can they do to make sure they come to the forefront to attract those who need their products and their services?
See, if on a digital platform or the social media, you have to go updated. You have to update each and every seconds. You have to just post everything related to your service providers or your perceptions to the societies and communities. So when you deliver, when you post everything related to the communities, then they will think, okay, this company or this entrepreneur or the startup, it's coming to the market, and they are planning or they are thinking in a different way, not like an autonomous point of view that's okay, these are just flowing their branding name or something, but they are something different. They are just giving you some free sessions over there. They are just giving you free ideas that how can you release your stress, and based on your podiums, based on your postcards, based on your posters, or based on your videos and the social interactions with events or the communities. So based on that, the people will know about you, and people come to you, and they will follow you. Once they will start following you, of course, you will know the feedback and says, because in each and every post, you will also say, just share your feedback, just share your problems, just share. So if out of 50, let's say 2 or 3 persons will come out to them, then share that's enough for us, because basically this startup or entrepreneurship, it's the main purpose is service to the community, the needy people, not like okay, and each and every person has to need something here and there, direct or indirect way, for their mental health or the like physical, because mental is the vital part of your body. So if it's everything the game of this mind, and if you go with this, then if you crack this, then of course the result will what you want and what the client wants, you will give it. It's like a if I consider, or if I can relate with my product, or like in a sales point of view, of course, when you are going into sales your product or services, you are always talk about the best product, or okay, we are selling best one. But what is the basic features? What is the unique features that you can give it to the client, to the audience? When you say about the unique advantages, unique features, which is relate, it's not comparable, not even it's like you cannot imagine on this kind of best feature, immediately client click on that, because normal days, normal activities, it's just going in a machinery way. But something you fill up in a new way or new concept, even it's the same concept, but you can just present your concept in a different way, then the mind has to think of that, oh yeah, this is something new, but it's actually the same thing, but you can just how you can express yourself or how you can derive yourself. Based on that, you can grab the clients or attention, and then you can just go with that. So this way we can try on this.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I think a lot of people get caught in the hamster wheel of doing the same thing over and over and over again, and they kind of burn themselves out. But kind of thinking outside the box of how can you captivate the audience that you're needing to be with and who needs your services, and you can and have them gravitate to you in a way that's more simplistic. And like you stated, you just got to draw them into you. So let me ask you this in terms of doing that. Is there a unique way you can do that when it comes to the mental health? Because mental health, it has really expanded globally due to the fact with COVID. COVID had a lot of things physical that happened with a lot of people, but the mental health side is where it's going to be long COVID. I say it's mental health. Is there anything you are doing to help draw people in with that component, letting people know that we're not done? And when COVID is done in terms of the physical side, how are you attracting people, letting them know that probably part of it's COVID too, is that mental health side? Is that something you're tapping into on that side, Patel? And how would you draw people in, letting them know that it's a part that they may think about, they may be challenged mentally, but they don't know it with COVID? Patel.
Yeah. See, this COVID point of view, if you ask me on this, basically, if I say something like that, I am a victim of the COVID. Everyone is victim of a COVID, but practical life, because of this entrepreneurship and this Nidhi perception, is just generated during this COVID. So I can give you my example is the best example on that, that how I can feel and how I came out from this phase. Because this is completely just after 12 years, so I got this kind of big shock on this, that, oh, what's happened with me now and this and that. So what can I do now? Because I cannot sit and it's giving you the pressure on my head. It's like it's giving you the lots of stress and lots of anxiety. And I'm only the one man person in my family. So it's all responsibility on something like that, that how I can manage everything. Because after 12 years, I came back to the India and now everything is completely new. It's completely scratched. And during this COVID, everything has been shut down. How I can do or how I can restart again. And then that's the Nidhi perception. That's our concept. So this how we merge and I discuss with him. So I am the victim. So I know that how I cope up with this mentality. And that's again the sales. What I'm repeatedly saying that say, if you give up yourself, then you cannot do anything. And for that, you have to have always showing your self-confidence and you have to faith in yourself instead of your faith or instead of your believing to others like other followers or something. Before that, you have to faith in yourself. You have to believe in yourself that you can do it. If you have this kind of phenomena, at least you can do it. No matter what, how many times you fail, how many times you success, because it's a never-ending process. You have to just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Something will happen, and everything is happen for a reason. So at least when you approach like this way, when you have this kind of attitude, just you do not have to give up at any cost, it in any scenario. Then it gives you somehow as a like a positive effect. And when you think like this way, in psychology terms, we can say it's a placebo effect, because placebo effect is give you, okay, this is like a drug, but it's like a sugar pill. But that's the drug. It's like an indirectly substance that you can have, giving a positive attitude or positive energy in yourself, and you can build yourself accordingly.
Yeah.
And don't listen that people what think or people what say, because if you go into that phenomenon, then you have like nocebo effect, like it's like a completely negative energy, because people they don't realize what particularly feeling that particular person. Each and every person has a different problems, but if you are looking only for the problems, then when you come on with the solutions, because people never think or never talk about the solution. People say, oh, you have a problem, okay, this problem how it occurs, okay, that's okay, fine, the problem has happened, now we are talking about the solution, then how we can cope up with this position and we can come out of this and we can start our new journey with our this beautiful life. So you have to think on this way instead of thinking on, okay, happen is happen, but how many times you cry for this particular reason. So this is how I think, and I merge with the Nidhi, and this way we just start and we go.
Okay, all right. So, and Nidhi, so at the end of the day, when it comes to what your mission, your purpose, and your passion about, what would you think when someone reaches out to you, what is the first thing they should do when they feel that they may have a challenge, or when it comes to the mental health? What should they know before coming to you, and how you can help them with what you're specializing in with your expertise, in terms of maybe someone, an individual? Can a mother just come to you, or are you more focusing on someone in the education, in the academia? Who are the main components of people who should come to you and who you can serve, I guess, expeditiously?
Yeah, so Nidhi perception is open for each and everyone. Okay. So yeah, so there is no restriction of age. So my door is open for all the people who just want to come and talk. And even though if they feel that, okay, as you said, that if a mother wants to come, yes, she is most welcome. Because Nidhi Perception is not here to judge someone for how they are feeling or why they are feeling. It is more about understanding and being more empathetical with them. And again, giving them an opportunity that they are more valued than what they think for their life. So, like, that is what our job is. So, we would like to grow to more and more people and community, because I always feel, and I know, of course, Bhargav always feel that touching the core of each and every individual is one of the biggest or the most divine thing we can do. And that is what our purpose is, to reach as many people as we can. So there is no boundaries, there is no barrier. It is just like, if you feel that you want to come and talk, yes, our doors are open, and the perception is there to support you.
Nice. Now, are you able to serve people anywhere? I mean, now we are kind of, the walls are broken down with Zoom and everything. Are you able to serve someone who may be in Canada, the US, and it could be somewhere in Brazil? Are you able to do that as well?
So this reminds me that during the COVID lockdown, I used to do Zoom sessions with people who were in hospitals in India. So that was my volunteer work, because I just thought that I'm sitting at home and it is more good and better if I can help someone in my community.
Mhm.
So yes, today, taking in, thinking about the technology, of course, we want to go with it. And there is, like, I'm open for all the countries, no matter it's America, it's India, it's Australia, like anywhere in the world. Yes, people can come and approach us, and we are there to help you. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Well, I tell you, time is flown by with having two of you all, and it definitely can be here a little longer discussing what we can do and how you can solve it. So let me ask you this before we close it out. Let me know if you anything particular, I guess, say for example, Nidhi, some insight about when someone's going through something mental, or a tip or strategy they can implement, and how they can connect with you. And definitely I want you to share, because I didn't get to talk on it, you are author as well, your book, because you have something that maybe they can first check out your book and order it and get introduced to you, and then come into the full-fledged of Nidhi Perception.
Yes. So anyone can approach me from and Bhargav from our website, that is www.nidhiperception.com. My book is also available on our website, so people can order from there. If they have got any questions, if they want to take an appointment, we have got enrollment form, an information form in the website too, where they can just fill up their information, and we will get back to them and we'll have a talk with them. So we have got everything in our website, and everyone can access there worldwide, each way.
Wonderful.
Even they can follow our social medias, so at least they will get the informations or newly blogs and the podiums and the postcard. At least it gives positivities to the needy people, needy community or the societies. So they can follow on our social media, all the social medias, Twitter, Insta, Facebook, YouTube, everything. Even in the newsletters, also in the each and every month, we are also floating a newsletters. So that newsletter is completely free. You need to just subscribe or just go onto our all the social media, because it's posting on a social media as well as on our website. So there is a newsletter options. So you can just go through and read the newsletter. It's a free of charge. Nothing is there. Just go through it and feel it for just like relaxation, and just come to us and talk to us.
Nice. Perfect. No matter where you are, there are no walls today when it comes to this social media, this technology, that you can reach out and you know someone who can use some assistance, or no matter where they are, Nidhi Perception is here. I'm sure she's going to be growing and expanding in a multitude of ways. And she has her partner there, Patel, who's going to be actually getting her around the world with his skills and his expertise when it comes to the digital marketing side of things, and knowing the concept of how to get people to know who she is and what they're going to do when she's mission and passionate about doing. So it's been a pleasure having both of you, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting the word out, because we are in a very particular time right now where mental health is very important to everyone around the globe. So again, this has been a great time. This is iDefine TV Business Spotlight Series with CF Jackson, and we are out of here.